We're going to start out here on our Strouch 205, creating a bat from already prepared, commercially prepared in fact, combed top. I've got a few different breeds of fiber here. You can use whatever breed you'd like to. I really like to start people off on the Drumcarder with something that's already processed because I feel like there's a little bit less of a learning curve to get started. I am going to create a blended bat. And that's one reason why you might question why you would take fiber that is already processed and put it on the Drumcarder. But you're not just processing on the Drumcarder all the time. Sometimes you are actually creating a blend. So here I've created a blend with these 3 natural colors of fiber, and this is just one pass on this Drumcarder. And it's going to give you kind of a heathered look combining those 3. So we're going to alternate between them, and as I'm doing this, I'm going to talk about the different parts of the Drumcarder and what they do, and safety also while we go through this process. Right now I'm opening up this fiber because you never want to run too much fiber on the Drumcarder at a time. You really want to be able to see through it. So I'm actually going to split this down a little bit and break it up. And we're going to alternate between our colors so that we don't have to card this more than once if we don't want to, and we can still get a nice blend. So the first thing is I've made this nice and thin here, and I've laid it down on my feed tray. You'll notice on our Strouch it says use caution, keep hands clear right here on the feed tray. They don't do that for no reason. You really want to keep your hands away from that liquor on bar. And just like in spinning, when you're using a Drumcarder, the fiber wants to stick to itself and wants to go to the same place. So you really need to trust that just those little wisps of fiber are going to catch in that drum and pull it up onto the main drum. So I'm going to go ahead and start cranking my Drumcarder now. I'm also taking care to make sure that I don't have any fiber going on either side of my liquor on bar here. I want to make sure that the fiber doesn't get wrapped around the shaft of that because it can actually seize up your carder if you end up getting fiber around that, and can even get into the core of your main drum, and that's what will seize it up. If you really take care of your Drumcarder, it can last you a very, very long time. So taking care in how you load your fiber on is really important. So I'm going to go ahead and start cranking that. And we don't want to hold our fiber back. Occasionally you might want to rest your hand on it to make sure it doesn't kind of all scoop in there at once, but otherwise you really just want to let your carder do the work. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more white on, and then we'll start on with some of the gray. And then move on to the brown and kind of alternate back and forth between. So again, we want to make sure that's nice and thin. You want to be able to see through that fiber on that feed-in tray. Then we'll move on to the gray. Still thinning that out. We don't want to load too much at one time. Sometimes I kind of help it. And we're going to get to other tools and accessories for the Drumcarder, but occasionally as you're carding a bat, you may need to use a brush of some kind. I'm using a burnishing brush that's made specifically for this Drumcarder. It's a nice fine wide brush, and the teeth are actually pointing. If you look at certain, if you have a hand card or anything, you'll notice that the teeth are pointed toward the handle. With a burnishing brush, they're pointed away from the handle. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to just place that on my drum while I'm cranking it. And what that does is it helps really pack those fibers down onto the drum. So as I continue to card this bat, I'm going to go ahead and point out the rest of the parts of the Drumcarder. We've already talked about our feed-in tray. That's where we actually lay our fiber before it is taken up onto the drums. That feed-in tray leads right up to our liquor on bar, and the liquor on bar helps facilitate opening the fibers up, but also leads your fiber up onto the main drum or swift of the carder. One thing that I think is really important with a drum carder is, unless you have a heavy electric drum carder, clamps on the carder are really, really essential to safely carding a bat. So I have never used a carder without having clamps on it. And I just really do recommend that. So I'm going to continue to work on this bat and finish it up, and we'll pick it right back up with how to remove a bat from the carder. All right, so I've completed this bat with our combed top of the natural colors, and I'm going to show you guys how to pull this off of the drum carder now. On the Strouch, they have a kind of unique hook for pulling a bat off. They call it their knuckle saving bat picker. I really, really like this particular method of pulling off a bat. I feel like it's a little bit safer, and I really like the leverage I have with it to pull it off. You never want to try to yank the whole thing off at once. You just want to pull a little bit off at a time, so an inch or so at a time of your fiber is good. I prefer to start at the farthest end, but you might prefer to start on this end. There's no wrong way with that. You just want to find that slit in your cloth on the drum carder, and you're going to start at the very end, and just take care not to scrape the cloth on your carder on either side. Most carders will have either a piece of plastic here or a piece of metal that helps kind of guide you through, but it is easy to slip off if you're not being careful. So I'm just pulling a little bit at a time and opening that up. And you want to really make sure you get every little strand of wool when you do this, or whatever fiber you're using, because wool does want to stick to itself. So if there's even a thread spread across there, it could start sticking down in your cloth, and you could end up with half your bat still stuck in the teeth. So then we're going to carefully pull that off. I personally like to just pull my bat all off at once, but some people like to roll their bat this way. And that actually really does help kind of cleanly pull that off of the carder. Looks kind of pretty too. When you get to the end, you can open that back up, or you can leave it rolled as is, but I kind of like to see my bat after I pull it off the carder. So you can see that because I ended with the brown and I started with the white, the top and the bottom are predominantly those colors. But I did get a really nice blend just with one pass on the drum carder that way. And I do have a little sample of that spun up so you can see how that looks. Like I said, you're going to get a really nice heathered look with that fiber.